In BreathHub, we actually have two main goals. The first one is obvious, and with the group of people we've been involved with all the organizations, breathwork schools, and the breathwork teachers, the breathworkers around the world, we would like to teach people the power of breathwork, and we would like to train as more people as we can, and we would like to talk about the importance of breathwork, and we would like to invite people into doing daily breathwork sessions. And because breathwork changed our lives, breathwork changed all of our lives, and I think that's the main reason why breathworkers become breathworkers in the first place. And that's the same with me. Because breathwork changed my life, and breathwork, like I was in my 20s, I was a young woman who was in depression, and I somehow, because I started meditating at an early age, I somehow realized the power of breathing, because I somehow would realize in certain times of my life, like the moment my breathing changed, my psychology would change and I would go into depression. I didn't want to get out of bed. So there was a time in my life when I was fully in depression and didn't want to go out of bed, didn't want to do anything. And then the more I worked on my breathing, the more I was able to get back into life. I was able to change my breathing habits, and according to changing my breathing habits, I was able to change my thinking habits, I was able to change my life habits. I literally changed my whole life by just changing how I breathe. And I myself would like to talk about it more and more, and I would like to help more people, be at service for more people, and help people to change their lives by just using a very powerful and a very natural tool. And I didn't have the need to use drugs. I didn't have the need to go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist, because I found the power of breath. And I would like to invite anyone who wants to master their lives and who wants to master themselves to practice breath work, because that's a very, very, very powerful tool. So our goal is, the first goal is just talking about breath work, the importance of breath work, and bringing as many breathwork modalities, as many breathwork sessions and techniques and courses to our users as possible. And our second goal is supporting breathworkers. We would also like to support breathworkers expand their work. And over the years, what I've been realizing, and I'm sure many breathworkers in this field and people who teach breathing have realized this, because people have different dysfunctional breathing habits, because each individual have a different breathing habit. Not everybody needs the same method, the same modality. Each individual, depending on who they are, depending on their lifestyle, depending on their age, and depending on their breathing habits, need a different technique, a different modality. And not even every individual needs or can use a specific technique all through their lives. Like the techniques I used to focus on and the breathing modalities I used to use 20 years ago, when the first time I started breathwork, are very different, way too different than the ones I use today. So in my life, depending on where I am, on my mindset and what I'm doing as a job, or what I'm concentrating on, it even depends on how many hours you're exercising each day. Like your breathing habit evolves and changes with everything you're doing, eating habits and life habits and sleeping habits and exercising habits. That's why people need different techniques. So if we go out there and tell people like this way of breathing on the mechanical level is good for everyone, we're wrong. And I'm telling this as a breathing sciences expert and someone from the breathing sciences faculty as well, who've done lots of researches with capno trainers, with capnographs and oximeters. There isn't one specific best breathing modality for the whole humanity. And that's why each individual needs a different breathwork technique, and that's why we have hundreds of breathing techniques, hundreds of breathing sessions in breathwork. And I also know each individual needs another breath worker. Each individual needs feels comfortable with connecting with another teacher, with another breath worker. So I would like to support breath workers in this project as well. And we have great people in our team, like Antonia, like Jesus, like many people who are communicating, and we're building a great community around BreathHub and getting people involved and getting breath workers involved. Our second goal is supporting breath workers in this work and supporting what they do and supporting them to expand their courses, to expand their certificate programs, to expand their teachers, and to help them reach to a global audience as well.